Inflation day is here. So today inflation came in at the lowest point in over 3 years. Came in with a 2 handle in front of it, came in at 2.9%. Overall, great news. We're continuing to see inflation head lower. And what we're going to look at is we're going to look at annualized rates. So the more shorter term is going to show that we are quickly approaching the Fed target of 2%. So if you look at inflation through all of 2024 and you take January through July and you basically expand out what the rest of the year is going to project out to be, inflation is projecting to be 2.57%. Again, lower than where we're at now, 2.9, a little higher than where the Fed wants, 2%. Now let's bring it down a little bit. Let's go to 6 month. 6 month is going to be about a 2.4% annualized rate. Now where it gets really wild is looking at the 3-month annualization rate. Remember, 3 months ago, inflation was 0%. Last month, it was actually deflationary, negative 0.1%. And this one coming in at 0.2, overall not a bad month, not as low as the past two. But when you look at this, the annualized rate we're currently running over the last quarter trend is a 0.4% inflation rate, significantly below the Fed target of 2%. To me, inflation's now beat. Could it? Yeah, sure, spike up to 2.5, 2.6. Yes, I'm not saying it can't. I'm not really seeing how it's going to spike up to the 3.5s or the 4s anymore. I think that's beat. Will we approach that Fed target of 2? That's what's still, to be seen, right? Some people believe that inflation is truly going to run 2.5 to 3% for the rest of life. Fed still wants 2, but overall, the 9, the 7, the 8% inflation rates, all of those are gone. We have officially beaten inflation, so it's no longer going to be as important. And the reason being, especially again, the next 2 months. The next 2 months, we're going to see inflation drop drastically. Currently 2.9. I'll let you know, next month's inflation print should come out around September 10th. I think it's September 10th. And then the following month should come out on October 10th. We're going to see it fall from 2.9. And then on September 10th, it's going to fall all the way down to 2.6, right? And then on the October 10th print, it's going to fall from 2.6 to 2.4. So these next 2 months are pivotal because you're going to see finally it come closer to that Fed level of 2. 2.4% is my prediction by October 10th. After that, again, could go from 2.4 to 2.5, 2.5 to 2.3. I do believe we will hit that 2% handle. It may take another 4 to 6 months to get there, but overall, we're there. So inflation is not going to drive interest rates. Don't get me wrong. Today was a good day. We're going to see the Fed pivot. We are going to see the Fed cut interest rates on September 18th. The question now, is it going to be 35? Is it going to be a 25 bip cut or a 50 bip cut? I don't believe inflation is truly going to drive that narrative anymore. Inflation's beat, so now we can pivot. Now, how low do we go? That is going to be all contingent upon the rest of the economy. Labor, right? Is the labor market continue to soften? Is GDP going to continue? Are we going to see GDP soften? Are we going to see job loss, right? That is really going to bring interest rates lower. But overall, still great signs. We know we've defeated inflation for the time being. We know we can look forward to Q3, Q4, Q1 of next year, Q2, and not have this thing worrying over our head that the Fed's going to continue to have to keep interest rates high or hike interest rates to slow down inflation. All that's solved. So good news. Good news on the horizon for interest rates. They look theoretically that they're going to continue to come down. Again, first rate cut September 18th. We'll kind of see how the market plays out. What that's going to do for interest rates between now and then will be fun to watch. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.